Westeros had entered a strange kind of peace. No dragons circling the skies, no armies marching at dawn, just the quiet, uneasy rhythm of a kingdom trying to forget its scars. And at the center of it all sat a king who remembered everything. Bran Stark, Bran the Broken, the boy who fell, who traveled beyond the wall, who touched the past and saw the world's hidden roots. The Lord said, "Let the one who knows our history rule us." They never imagined history might begin to change. On the first morning of our tale, the Red Keep was already awake, long before the king was supposed to appear. Counselors prepared their debates, guards checked their rotations, and Tyrion rehearsed the arguments he knew no one wanted to hear. He entered the throne hall expecting Bran to arrive at the usual time, but Bran was already there, sitting in silence, barely breathing, eyes open, unmoving. Tyrion approached carefully. Bran did not react until he was close enough to touch. Then finally, Bran blinked and spoke. "Bran, what time is it?" Tyrion looked toward the daylight and felt something cold stir in his stomach. "It is past the hour," he said. "You should have been with the council." Bran did not answer. He did not apologize. He simply looked as though someone had placed him in the room without his knowing, and he just discovered where he was. Tyrion did not press him. He would learn soon enough that this was not the king's only missing moment. The council resumed, but Bran barely participated. He gave the expected nods, asked the usual questions, but Tyrion could sense something off, as if Bran's mind kept slipping somewhere else, somewhere he was not willing to admit. Afterward, Tyrion found him alone. "Your Grace," he began softly, "do you remember waking this morning?" Bran did not turn to face him. He simply answered, "Bran, I remember sleep. Then nothing. Then your voice. A dream." "No," Bran said. "Dreams leave impressions. This left nothing." Tyrion heard the unspoken fear in that single word. Nothing. A missing hour then. Bran was quiet for a long moment before saying, "Something is closer than it was." Closer to what? Or to whom? He did not say. Far in the north, Jon Snow tended to a small fire just past the tree line. The free folk had gone hunting at dawn, leaving him and Ghost alone in a silence he had learned not to fight. When the raven arrived, Jon almost did not rise. Ravens still reminded him of wars he no longer wished to remember, but this one carried a seal he would never seen before, an eye wrapped in branching lines. He broke it open. "Jon, there are things moving in the roots of the world. Come when you can, Bran." Jon let out a breath he did not realize he was holding. He did not speak the words aloud, but the meaning struck him harder than any blade. Bran did not ask for help unless the world was shifting, and the world was shifting. Jon had felt that for weeks. Shadows where shadows should not be, whispers he did not trust, Ghost growling at nothing. Now there was a reason. Jon folded the message and stood. He was going back, across the sea. Arya Stark stared at her own letter, rereading it several times. She had carved her path west with purpose, to escape, to learn, to find something beyond the world that shaped her. Yet here she stood, holding a message that pulled her back like a tide. "Arya," Bran had written, "I need your eyes here." Arya whispered the words as if trying to understand the urgency beneath them. She turned to the captain beside her. "We are heading home." The captain nodded without question. Arya Stark did not return easily, and never without reason. Back in King's Landing, Samwell Tarly walked through the keep with arms full of scrolls, the kind Maester liked to talk about, forbidden histories, stories buried before the conquest. records the citadel tried to forget. He laid them gently before the king. "Your Grace," he said, "there is something I need to show you." Sam explained what he found. A green seer, more powerful than any since the dawn of men. A man who did not merely witness memories, he changed them. He took away people's grief, their pain, their rage. Entire years reshaped, so the worst things simply were not. Until the children of the forest realized he was not healing the world. He was rewriting it. So they imprisoned him, not in chains, not in a cell, in the roots of the weirwood network itself. A prison of dreams. Bran listened quietly, too quietly. When Sam finished, Bran finally spoke. "Bran, what was his name?" Sam shook his head. "It is not written anywhere." Bran's eyes darkened, as though he already knew. "Bran, I tried to forget him." Sam nodded. "Yes," Bran added softly. "History remembers more than it wants to." Sam left troubled. The king seemed less alarmed than aware. That night, Brienne patrolled the halls, listening to the steady rhythm of guards calling shifts. She trusted structure. She trusted routine. But she did not trust the feeling growing in the keep these days. A sense of being watched by something that had no place in stone corridors. When she turned the corner, her breath caught. Bran sat alone against the wall, not in his chamber, not with guards, just paced there, as if someone had wheeled him without waking him. His lips were moving, faint, rhythmic sounds she could not make out. She approached cautiously. "Your Grace," she said. No reaction. She tried again, louder, still nothing. Finally, she knelt and touched his shoulder. Bran inhaled sharply, eyes focusing as if returning from somewhere distant. "Bran, what time is it?" Brienne did not answer immediately, because the question felt too much like the one Tyrion had heard that morning. Later, alone in her chamber, she found herself unable to sleep. She did not dream. She simply woke suddenly, as if shaken by something unseen, her sword already half drawn. In the north, Jon felt the same pull, a sudden demand for alertness. Ghost stood stiff beside him, staring into the dark woods. Jon followed his gaze. Across the frozen lake, a figure stood motionless. Jon reached for Longclaw. The figure did not move, did not run, did not blink. Jon stepped forward, but before he reached the lake's edge, he blinked and the figure was gone. Ghost growled. Jon retreated slowly, the feeling creeping up his spine, like a memory he did not want. He would seen spirits, shadows, walkers, wights, but this felt different. This felt personal. That same night, Bran's dreams deepened. He did not choose to walk them. They pulled him under like a tide. He opened his eyes into Winterfell's Godswood, but not as it existed now, as it once was, untouched, whole, a memory. A boy sat beneath the heart tree. Bran knew the boy, himself before ravens, before visions, before destiny, carved him a throne of whispers. Young Bran looked up at him with innocent confusion. Young Bran, who are you? Older Bran tried to answer, but something stopped him. Roots coiled round his limbs before he noticed them. Not roots he could touch. Roots made of dream and memory. Young Bran stood slowly, his face shifting, his eyes dimming, his voice changing. You left the door open. Bran struggled against the invisible binds. What do you want? He tried to ask, but the roots tightened around his throat. The boy stepped closer. You remember everything. Do not you? Bran forced one question out. Who are you? The child's smile widened. Wrong on that young face. Not yet. For now, I am the hour you lost. The dream snapped. Bran jolted awake. His hand flew to his throat. No marks. But the pressure remained. The fear remained. He stared at a small crack in the ceiling. It seemed ordinary until for just a moment he thought it blinked. He whispered into the darkness. Someone touched my dreams. The words trembled out of him, the king who never trembled. Long after the torches died and the castle quieted, a truth began settling across the 6 kingdoms. Kings can fear enemies. Kings can fear traitors. Kings can fear death. But only this king feared sleep. And far beneath the world, in a prison made of roots and memory, something ancient stirred for the first time in centuries. Something forgotten, something patient, something waiting for the door to open wider, because the king who dreams had let it slip open, and now it was coming through.